You have no right to pull me over. I pay your salary, I am claiming my rights, and I demand a supervisor right now. This is an illegal stop. I am an American citizen and I know my rights. You need to let me go immediately or you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
December 19, 2025, 3:47 p.m. The afternoon sun hangs low over Maple Grove Elementary, casting long shadows across the dismissal zone where Officer Darius Cole sits his cruiser, radar gun steady on the window frame. This is his third week of enhanced enforcement on this stretch of road. Ever since that close call with the speeding sedan that nearly flattened a crossing guard, the flashing yellow lights above pulse their warning. 25 miles per hour. School zone. Children present. Cole watches a steady stream of minivans and sedans crawl past, each one obeying the limit. Soccer moms. Carpools. The usual Thursday routine. His radar gun purrs quietly, clocking every vehicle. 23 miles per hour, 26 miles per hour, 24 miles per hour, all within tolerance. Then it chirps. 47 miles per hour. Cole's eyes snap up from the display just in time to see it. A white Lexus SUV, pristine as a showroom model, chrome gleaming in the sunlight, blowing past the flashing school zone lights like they're decorative suggestions. No brake lights, no hesitation. Just pure entitlement on four wheels. He doesn't think. He reacts. Lights on. Sirens chirp once, sharp and authoritative. The Lexus doesn't ease to the curb like a normal vehicle. It lurches to stop with a violent jerk, tires squealing against asphalt, the driver practically slamming the brakes in what feels less like compliance and more like a tantrum. The message is clear. How dare you? Cole shifts into gear and pulls him behind the SUV, running the plate through the system as he positions his cruiser. The computer chirps back, registered to Karen E. Turner. Clean record. No warrants. Standard traffic stop. He grabs a citation book, steps out of the cruiser, and approaches the driver's side with the methodical calm of a man who's done this 1,000 times. But as he gets closer, he hears it, raised voices inside the vehicle. Shrill, agitated. Through the tinted rear window, he can see movement. Two figures in the front seats, and the unmistakable glow of phone screens angled toward the windows. Cole stops at the driver's door and taps twice on the glass with his knuckle. The window doesn't roll down. Instead, a manicured finger, nails painted crimson, gold ring stacked on 3 fingers, jabs toward him from inside. A muffled voice, sharp and indignant, cuts through the glass. I'm calling my lawyer. Cole exhales slowly. It's going to be one of those stops. Cole taps again, firmer this time. The window descends with agonizing slowness. 2 inches, maybe less. Just enough for her voice to cut through. Good afternoon, ma'am. The reason for... What's your name? Badge number. Now, I need your badge number because this is harassment. Cole doesn't flinch. He's heard this script before, delivered by dozens of people who think volume equals authority. Officer Darius Cole, badge 4-7-7-2. Ma'am, I clocked you at 47 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour school zone. I'm going to need your license, registration, and proof of insurance. Karen doesn't reach for her purse. She reaches for her phone, thrusting it toward the window gap like a weapon. This is kidnapping. You're detaining me without cause. Brittany, are you getting this? From the passenger seat, a second woman, blonde, oversized sunglasses, the same aggressively confident energy, whips her own phone up and aims a camera directly at Cole's face through the windshield. We've got him, Karen. I'm recording everything. Cole keeps his voice level, his hands visible, his posture relaxed. Ma'am, I need your license, registration, and insurance. This is a routine traffic stop. Routine? Routine. Karen's voice climbs an octave. Why did you target me? Do you have a quota to fill? Is that what this is? Because I know my rights, and this is racial profiling. Cole pauses. They're both white. She's not even trying to make sense. She's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. Ma'am, this has nothing to do with... Don't ma'am me. I'm traveling. Officer Darius. Not driving. There's a legal difference, and you have no jurisdiction over me as a free citizen. I do not consent to this interaction. Sovereign citizen rhetoric. Of course. Cole's jaw tightens, but his tone stays flat. Ma'am, under state law, operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway requires a valid license. I've asked you 3 times now. License, registration, insurance. Karen leans closer to the window gap, her phone still recording, her voice dripping with contempt. I don't have to show you anything. This is an unlawful stop. You're violating my Fourth Amendment rights. I'm going to have your badge for this. Brittany chimes in from the passenger seat. She's right, you know. This is illegal. Cole takes a slow breath. 10 years on the force. Hundreds of stops. He's dealt with drunks, addicts, armed suspects. But entitlement? Entitlement is a special kind of exhausting. Ma'am, this is a lawful traffic stop. I need your license. Now. Karen smirks, tilting her head like she's already won. Make me? Karen swipes her phone screen, and suddenly Cole hears a chime, bright, cheerful, utterly incongruous. You're now live. She shifts instantly into performance mode, angling the camera to capture both her face and Cole's silhouette to the windshield. Her voice takes on the practice cadence of someone who's done this 100 times before. Hey everyone, Karen here. You're not going to believe what's happening right now. I'm being harassed by Officer Darius Cole, badge for -7-7-2, who pulled me over for absolutely no reason. The comments start rolling, and almost immediately, little hearts and fire emojis floating up the screen. Brittany leans over, reading them aloud like a hype woman at a concert. They always target women. Sue him, Karen. Record everything. Brittany throws open her door and circles around the SUV, phone raised, filming Cole from multiple angles as if she's documenting a crime scene. He's standing calmly by the driver's door, hands at his sides, expression neutral. But Karen narrates it like he's storming the vehicle. He won't tell me why I'm being detained. He won't answer my questions. This is what happens when you give people a badge and zero accountability. Cole knows he's being recorded. Good. Let them record. Everything he's doing is by the book. He adjusts his stance slightly, making sure his body camera has a clear view, and speaks directly to the lens. Clear, measured, deliberate. Ma'am, you were clocked at 47 in a 25-mile-per-hour school zone. This is a routine traffic stop. I've asked you 4 times for your license. If you continue to refuse, you'll be ordered to exit the vehicle. Karen's hand flies to her chest in mock horror. Her gasp is so theatrical, it could win an award. Did you hear that? He just threatened me. He's threatened to pull me out of my car because I asked for his badge number. This is insane. By now, the commotion has drawn attention. Across the street, a front door opens. An older man steps onto his porch, phone in hand, filming. 2 houses down, a woman in yoga pants pauses mid-jog, watching. A teenager on a skateboard slows to stop at the corner. Cole keys his radio, keeping his voice low and professional. Dispatch for -7-7-2. Requesting a second unit to my location for scene control. Subject is non-compliant and live streaming the stop. Karen's smirk widens as she hears the word backup. She tilts her phone toward the camera, eyebrows raised in exaggerated disbelief. Oh, you need help dealing with a 120-pound woman? Pathetic. A second patrol car rolls up, lights flashing but no siren. Officer Kim Torres steps out, a compact woman with 15 years on the force and eyes that have seen every flavor of nonsense the job can serve. She takes position at the passenger side, without a word. Brittany immediately swings her camera toward Torres. Oh, great. Now there's 2 of them. This is excessive force. Nobody has touched the car yet. Karen leans farther toward the window gap, her phone still live, and launches into a monologue that sounds like it was ripped straight from a YouTube rabbit hole. Under the Articles of Confederation, I am a sovereign citizen engaged in the right to travel. You do not have the authority to stop me without a warrant. I do not consent to this interaction. Cole exchanges a glance with Torres. Torres raises one eyebrow and gives the slightest shake of her head. Let her dig her own grave. Karen's on a roll now, voice rising with the confidence of someone who's convinced themselves they've found a loophole. I am not a driver, under the legal definition. I am a traveler. The Supreme Court has ruled. Ma'am, that's not how traffic law works. Yes, it is. I've done my research. Pennsylvania versus Mims only applies if I'm suspected of a crime. Speeding isn't a crime. It's a civil infraction. She's half right, technically, but she's applying a case law like a drunk person assembles IKEA furniture. Confident and completely wrong. Cole's tone stays level, but they're still underneath now. Ma'am, Pennsylvania versus Mims establishes that an officer can order a driver out of the vehicle during a lawful traffic stop. This is a lawful stop. You were speeding in a school zone. Karen jabs a finger toward him. Prove it. Show me the radar reading. I don't have to show you evidence at the roadside. That's for court. Then I'll see you in court, and I'll have your badge. Throughout this entire exchange, Brittany provides a running commentary like a backup singer who only knows 3 notes. She's right, you know. This is harassment. We know our rights. Cole straightens. The patience in his voice, the professional courtesy, the careful de-escalation tone they teach at the academy, evaporates. What's left is the hard edge of authority. Ma'am, I'm giving you a lawful order. Exit the vehicle. Now. Karen throws her head back and laughs. Sharp, mocking, utterly convinced of her invincibility. Or what? The sun is lower now, painting the suburban street in shades of amber and shadow. The streetlights flicker on one by one. This routine stop has been going for 20 minutes. Cole plants his feet, squares his shoulders, and when he speaks, it's with the tone of a man who's done negotiating. Ma'am, this is your final warning. You are being ordered to exit the vehicle. If you refuse, you'll be forcibly removed and charged with obstruction. Karen doesn't flinch. If anything, she leans into it, her smirk widening as she angles her phone for a better shot. Forcibly removed? Oh, I'd love to see you try. You know how many followers I have? 20,000. You lay one hand on me, and you'll be viral by tonight. She pivots back to her camera, voice dripping with performative outrage. You all see this? He's threatening me with violence. Over a traffic stop. This is America in 2025. Torres steps closer, her voice softer, trying to calm approach one last time. Ma'am, nobody wants this to escalate. We just need you to step out, so we can talk. That's it. No arrests, no drama. Karen's laugh is sharp and bitter. Talk? We've been talking, and all I'm hearing is threats. I'm not moving until you bring me your supervisor. Cole keys his radio, his voice flat and mechanical. Dispatch for -7-7-2. Requesting a supervisor to my location. Subject is refusing lawful orders. Karen beams like she's just won the lottery. Yes, call your supervisor. Call the chief. Call the mayor. I want everyone to see this. Cole steps back from a vehicle. He looks at Torres and gives a slight nod toward his patrol car. They walk back together, boots crunching on gravel, from inside the SUV. Karen turns to Brittany, triumph plastered across her face. Brittany, they're backing off. I told you, they can't touch me. Brittany grins, still filming. You're a legend, Karen. A legend. But Cole isn't retreating. He pops the trunk of his cruiser and reaches inside, pulling out a compact tool with a spring-loaded tip, a window punch. Standard issue for extractions. He turns and walks back toward the SUV, the tool resting casually in his right hand. Karen sees him approach. She sees the tool. For the first time since the stop began, her smile falters. Her voice loses its edge. What is that? Karen's eyes go wide as she realizes what Cole is holding. You're not serious. You're not serious. Click, 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 click. She slams her palm against every door lock. The windows roll up completely, sealing the SUV like a vault. Brittany mirrors her movements on the passenger side, fingers fumbling with the controls. Call 911. Brittany, call 911. Tell them an officer is trying to break into my car. Brittany's hands shake as she dials, pressing the phone to her ear. The dispatcher's voice crackles through, sounding more confused and concerned. Ma'am, you're calling 911 on the police? Yes. They're trying to smash my windows. We're in danger. Ma'am, are you on a traffic stop right now? Yes, but... Then the officers are doing their job. I can't send help against the police, ma'am. Click. The line goes dead. Karen's panic spikes. She starts dialing frantically. Her lawyer, voicemail. The mayor's office closed. The police chief's direct line, which transfers her right back to the same dispatch she just hung up on. Every door she tries to open slams shut in her face. By now, about a dozen neighbors have gathered on porches and lawns. One older man films on a tablet. A woman in scrubs shakes her head. Another voice cuts through the tension. Just get out of the car, lady. Karen screams back to the closed window, her voice muffled but shrill. I'm being assaulted. This is a police state. Cole taps the window with the punch tool. Light, deliberate, almost polite. Ma'am, you have 10 seconds to unlock this door. After that, I will breach the window and remove you from the vehicle. 10-9. You can't do this. I know the governor. I know Senator Richards. 8-7. Brittany filmed this. Film everything. 6-5. Karen's voice cracks, the bravado splintering like glass under pressure. Wait. Can we talk about this? 4-3. Okay. I'll provide my license. Just don't break my window. Cole's expression doesn't change. His voice stays flat, final. Too late. You had your chance. 2-1. Karen screams. Brittany screams. The phone cameras shake wildly, capturing nothing but motion blur and panic. Cole raises a tool. Crack. The driver's side window explodes into a spiderweb of safety glass. The sound is sharp, violent. Final. A gunshot reality piercing the bubble of entitlement. Karen's scream shifts instantly from entitled outrage to genuine shock. The I'm untouchable persona shatters along with the glass. Oh my God. You broke my window. Cole reaches to a fractured window, unlocks the door from the inside, and pulls it open in one smooth motion. Ma'am, give me your hands. No. Get away from me. Karen scrambles toward the passenger seat, arms flailing, but Torres is already there, pulling open the passenger door with surgical precision. Ma'am, don't make this worse. Hands behind your back. Brittany, still clutching her phone, starts screaming like she's witnessing a murder. This is assault. You're assaulting her. Someone call. Torres reaches in calmly and takes Brittany's phone from her hand. Ma'am, you're not under arrest, but I need you to step out and wait over there. Karen flails wildly, trying to grip the steering wheel, the seat, the center console, anything to anchor herself. I'm not resisting. She is absolutely resisting. Cole and Torres work in practice tandem, movements synchronized from hundreds of training drills. Within 15 seconds, Karen is guided out of the vehicle and transitioned to the pavement, face down, hands being pulled behind her back. Her Chanel sunglasses hit the asphalt first, crack, lens splintering into expensive shards. Her phone skitters across the pavement, the live stream still running, now capturing nothing but a sideways view of the darkening sky and someone's sneakers. Her meticulously styled haircut, the "let me speak to your manager" special, is disheveled, sticking up at odd angles, blonde strands falling across her face. Karen's voice cracks, the fight draining out of her as the cold reality of pavement presses against her cheek. Please, I'll cooperate. I'll give you my license. Just let me go. Cole kneels beside her, securing the cuffs with practiced efficiency. You'll give me your license now? After I asked you 7 times? Click. The handcuffs lock. Karen Turner, face down on suburban asphalt, designer clothes gathering dust, finally understands. She doesn't run this traffic stop. She never did. Karen has helped to her feet, hands cuffed behind her back. Her makeup is smeared across one cheek, mascara streaking like war paint gone wrong. Her voice is hoarse from screaming. Cole and Torres walk her toward the patrol car, one officer on each side. The neighbors watch in silence, a gallery of witnesses to the collapse of entitlement. Someone mutters just loud enough to carry, "About time." Karen's voice cracks, all the fight bleeding out of her with every step. "Officer Cole, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, I was just scared. Can we just forget this happened? I'll pay the ticket. I'll pay double." Cole opens the back door of the cruiser, one hand on the roof, the other guiding her head down. "Ma'am, you're under arrest for obstruction, resisting arrest, and refusal to comply with lawful order. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law." As Cole recites her rights, Karen's eyes well up. The bravado is gone. The influencer persona has crumbled. She's not a viral warrior anymore. She's just a woman in handcuffs, sitting in the back of a police car, staring at the mesh screen that separates her from freedom. Torres approaches Brittany, who stands by the curb looking like she's aged 10 years in 10 minutes. I didn't know she was going to do all that. She told me to record. I'm sorry. Am I going to jail? Torres pulls out her notebook. Not today, but I need your information for the report. Brittany provides her ID without protest, hands trembling as she holds it out. The tow truck arrives with a mechanical groan. The Lexus is hooked up, lifted, and hauled away like evidence from a crime scene. From the back seat of the cruiser, Karen watches through tear-blurred eyes as her pristine white SUV disappears down the street. The crowd disperses slowly. Neighbors head back inside, shaking their heads, trading whispered commentary. One older man approaches Cole as he closes a citation book. "You handled that well, officer." She was out of control. Cole nods, but he doesn't smile. There's no satisfaction in this, just paperwork and procedure. As the cruiser pulls away, Karen's phone, still lie on the pavement where it fell, finally dies. The screen goes black. The live stream ends. 20,000 viewers saw everything. 11:47 p.m. Maple Grove Police Station. Interview Room 3. Karen sits across from Cole, no longer in cuffs, but still very much under arrest. Her lawyer arrived an hour ago, a sleek corporate attorney in a tailored suit who looks more annoyed than concerned, like this is beneath his usual caseload. "Officer Cole, my client is willing to apologize and settle this matter quietly. She's a respected member of the community and—" Cole slides a folder across the table, cutting him off. "Here's the citation for speeding in the school zone. Here's the arrest report for obstruction. And here's the bodycam footage, dashcam footage, and witness statements." Karen leans forward, her voice small and broken, nothing like the woman who screamed about governors and senators 6 hours ago. Officer Cole, can we work this out? I made a mistake. I was stressed. I didn't want a ticket on my record." Cole's expression doesn't soften. "Ma'am, you had multiple chances to avoid this. I asked for your license 7 times. I gave you a lawful order. You chose to escalate." The lawyer clears his throat. "What if we plead to a lesser charge? No contest of speeding. We drop the obstruction?" Cole glances at his sergeant, who's been watching silently from the corner. The sergeant shakes his head once. "Not our call. That's up to the DA." The sergeant steps forward, pulling up something on a tablet. He turns the screen toward Karen. "By the way, ma'am, your live stream has 340,000 views. The comments aren't exactly in your favor." Karen's face drains of color. The sergeant scrolls, reading aloud with clinical detachment. She really thought she was above the law, lol. "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." That window break was satisfying. Karen got humbled. Karen's hands fly to her mouth. Her voice cracks. Oh my God, my boss is going to see this. My kids are going to see this." Cole stands, pushing the paperwork toward her lawyer with a finality that needs no words. But he gives her one last look before he leaves. "You made this a spectacle, ma'am. Not me. He walks out. Karen sits alone in the interview room, staring at her mugshot on the processing paperwork. The woman in the photo, hair a mess, makeup ruined, eyes red and swollen, doesn't look like the confident influencer who started this mess. She looks like someone who just learned a very expensive lesson. The door clicks shut. Justice, as they say, is served.